All right, I'm back. And there we go. All right, I'm back. And we are recording. So, what was I saying? I was saying, part of being a programmer, I'm getting back to where I was. Part of being a programmer is, or a large part, is knowing logically what it is you're trying to do. Going out on the internet, figuring out, going through forums and trying to figure out other people or finding other people that have done the same thing, finding some code, and then kind of morphing it to how you need it to be done. A large part of it is just knowing where to go, what you're looking for, what the logical steps are that you're trying to do, and implementing those. It's not about memorizing every single command. So do all those commands look scary? Yeah. If I look at a long list of code, I know the logic that's happening, but I don't know every single command. It's pretty much impossible to, unless, like you're Spock or something. So the important part, again, is just knowing where to go, what to do with the information, and just how to use it. If you guys search for something and you're looking for it, what I don't want you to do is spend 2 minutes searching for it and then raise your hand and say, hey, I tried to figure this out and I can't, because that doesn't really count. So let me explain real quick. When you guys do start doing some coding, when you guys start looking up, trying to look up some example code and trying to figure out how to use it, I want you guys to give it a college try. So sometimes when I'm looking up how to do certain things with code, it might take me 30 minutes going through different forums, going to different websites, just trying to figure it out, implementing it in mine, in my program, seeing how it works. So this is a timely process. It isn't that you should look it up, find it in 2 seconds, and you know what you're doing. It's not going to work out that way ever. So first thing you should do is try to figure out this stuff on your own, which I'm about to kind of show you how to do that. Next step, if you still can't figure out how to do something in GameMaker, I want you to ask another student for several reasons. First off, the best way you learn something, besides making mistakes, is by helping others. So if you ask another student, hey, how did you do this particular problem, and that student can give you an answer, you just help them learn. They're going to learn better because they're sharing how they did it with you. And then of course, you get to figure out how to solve the problem that you're trying to solve also, so you win. And it's a win for me too, because I'm going to be doing stuff in the lab, getting prepared for future classes, and now I don't have to spend my time helping either, because you figured it out on your own. And then you're becoming more independent, more resourceful, and learning how to learn things on your own, which is a very valuable thing to know how to do. So basically the order should be, you try to figure it out on your own, go into forums, trying examples of code, and that should be a lengthy process. I mean, at least give it 10-15 minutes. If you can't figure it out after that, then ask another student. That's step 2. And if another student can't help you, the third and the last resort is coming and talking to me. And if you've exhausted the first 2, then I'll be really happy to help you out. I want to help you out. I enjoy it. But I want you guys to learn how to figure out things on your own first. That's going to help you out hugely in college. So help yourself out. If you can't do that, ask another student. If no other students know the answer, then come to me. That's the order you want to do things in. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. So let's go back to where we were. I'm trying to figure out how to change the sprite. So I'm going to go to Google. How do I change the sprite? GameMaker language, change sprite. Look at all of these different links. So I opened up some of them. Here's GameMaker Wiki, which is pretty awesome. It has all of the different lines of code. Here's another one. This is the one I was just at, where I got all the different functions. And this is also from that same website. But look, there's also on GameMaker's website, here's a forum where people are asking, how do I do this? That's how you do it. Sprite index gets sprite name. And here's an example. Sprite index gets sdude, right? So this is what you guys do, okay? Come to forums, try it out. This is how you code. You don't actually just know all the code in your head. You don't. You actually figure this out. I have no idea how people back in the day used to code without the internet. I don't know. Because it's an internet skill now. So, notice in GameMaker, this is the development environment they have. If I start typing something, look at this. See this list over here on the right? This is all the functions that they have that starts with SP. So that's pretty cool. As I keep typing it out, I get the sprite. Here's all the different things I can do with the sprite. And if I keep going down here, look, I'll get the sprite index. Or I should. Sprite index, right there. Now this is a variable built into GameMaker. Okay, so this is a variable that the GameMaker handles for you. So it's not a variable you have to make. Now sprite index, remember this is not equals, this is gets. Whatever I put on the right side is going to go into that variable. So I'm going to put sprite, and notice it should have all of my sprites on it. Ship, see there's my 2 sprites that I made. See, it picks it up for you. So when I push up, I want the sprite to change the ship move, right? Okay, so it should do that now. Now, secret encoding, copy and paste. No one's going to get upset if you copy and paste. Everyone does it, saves you tons of time. Again, it's more important that you understand what you're doing, not so much just typing a bunch of stuff. All right, so there we go. That's saved. Now, if I push up, my ship sprite should change so that I have fire coming out of it, right? But if I release up, that means I'm turning my engines off. So that means it should swap back to my original sprite. So I'm going to add another event. And it will be key release, and that'll be up. Up, 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 up. And I'm going to add a snippet of code again. This one right here. And in this one, I'm just going to type the same thing, except this one's going to be ship chill. See how fast that is? Boom. All right, done. And I did forget to do this. In GameMaker, you don't have to, but it's good practice to put a colon after your code, because in most programming languages you need to. All right, so let's hit OK. Let's hit play and see if our ship does that. Okay, here I push up. Boom, look, release up, push up, release up. Check out those flames. They look so realistic. Very proud of myself. All right. Now I need to get the ship to move. So, on up, right? The first thing it's going to do is it's going to change this index. And then we have another piece of code here. And again, I found this code online. Or you got pieces of it and put it together logically to make it happen. Also, we should comment our code. I forgot to do that. So same way as it is in Java, 2 forward slashes, and I'll say change sprite to ship with flames. Okay, just saying like, hey, this is what that piece of code does. Okay, next piece of code. I'm going to move our ship. So I already have a comment here. So ship movement, right? So this one right here, let me explain what this does, okay? Motion add. Now notice if I highlight this right here, that down below, see where my mouse is? It tells me what this does. Motion add, direction, and speed. So these are the 2 parameters that I was expecting, okay? So the direction is this image angle. Image angle is another default variable that just simply tells GameMaker what angle your ship sprite is at. So to have speed, velocity, you need to have a direction and you need to have a force. So our direction is going to be the image angle, and then our force is 0.1. So it's going to go forward 0.1 units, space units, whatever. Now that might not seem like much, but this is on the up button. So as long as I'm holding that up button 30 times a second, it's going to calculate this 0.1 and it's going to add, because notice it's motion add, is going to add that 0.1 to the ship's motion 30 times a second, right? That's how much it calculates this. So it's going to add up really quickly. All right? So this is the ship movement, and now this right here, I'm going to say is ship maximum speed. Okay? This is a simple if statement. I'm going to make it look a little better like it would in Java. Okay, if speed is greater than 20, then, and I think I can do this too, if speed is greater than 20, oh, this is how you do it in Game Maker. I'm sorry, it's a little different in Game Maker, I guess. I'm not going to do like Java. But if you notice, if I highlight over here, it doesn't show it there. I was hoping it would. Well, let's just see if this works. It should. This is going to be the same thing as what we do in Java. This is going to be your condition. So this has to be true. So if this condition that's highlighted is true, then it will do this. And what this is saying is that it's going to set speed to 20. So speed is greater than 20, then it's going to set speed to 20. So that should lock it out. So let's see if that happens. So you guys see, you hit up, it's going to keep incrementing the speed, and then as soon as speed gets greater than 20, it's going to set it to 20, thereby not allowing you to go faster than 20. Let's see if it works. Alright, here we go. I'm going to push up, and there goes my ship. If I release it, it keeps going at that speed, notice. It keeps going at that speed. Oops. What should I do real quick? I'm sorry, let me just do this real quick. I'm just going to add warp screen real quick. Okay, just how you guys already know how to do it, just so that we can get past that. Other intersect boundary, and if it intersects boundary, we're going to wrap the screen. Horizontal in both directions. Okay, I'll show you guys how to do this in code a little later too. But for now, I just want to kind of get this working. All right, let's try this again. So here I go, and see my ship's going, and it should hit a maximum speed and then stop at that maximum speed. There it is. See, it's not going any faster. This is just the maximum speed. I'm holding the up button right now. See how, because the flames are on, it won't go any faster than that. It's maxed out at 20, all right? If I let go of the up button, see, it still goes, right? That's 20, that's maxed out. All right, next thing we need to do is enable it to slow down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an event on step. Okay, so every step, this is like the main loop, every step is going to check this. So I'm gonna go back to control, I'm gonna add some more code, and this is what I'm gonna do on every step. See, this one is normal. This is how I would think of it. Now I'm wondering if I can change that other code, because this is more normal. So here's my friction, okay? So if speed, and that again is the speed of the current object, right? That's another default variable. If speed is greater than 0, then speed, what this means right here, negative equals, means is decrement the speed by this much. So 30 times a second, as long as I'm not holding up, it's going to decrement the speed by that much. Now this is going to counter the up velocity, but notice the up velocity was going by 0.1 each tick. This is going down by 0.005. So this is much slower than the increase, and so it's not going to affect it too much. And then again, so the whole point is, if you're not holding the up button, this is always running. This will slowly stop the ship, just like you're floating around in space. And again, to walk you through this, if, here's my condition. So this, between these two brackets, this speed minus equals 0.005 will not occur, will not happen, unless this condition is met. That condition being that speed is greater than 0. So if my speed is 0, I'm at a full stop, this will not run down here. And I should do that. All right, so I'm gonna run that, and this is still bugging me. I wanna know if, I want to make a